Checkmate, nerds! No, that's literally me in Checkmate. Hey everybody, this episode of Some Gadget Guy is brought to you by viewers like you. All of the incredible people who are sharing content across social media and the amazing generosity of my patrons on patreon.com/SomeGadgetGuy. More info on those awesome nerds later in the video. Alright, the folks at Particula sent this my way to test drive and share some thoughts. This is the GoChess Mini, and they're billing it as the world's smartest chessboard. Now, I'm starting to get a bit of a complex here with Particula. These folks sent over some Rubik's Cubes. I'd never bothered to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube until the Go Cube arrived in the Gadget Lab. Now, a chessboard. I don't know how to play chess because I totally don't know how to really play. I know how to move all the pieces around. If I stare at a chess puzzle long enough, I can usually find a good solution, but no, I don't really know how to play, which is why someone might want this. This is an app-enabled Bluetooth chessboard with built-in lighting that you can play person to person. You can play games online against other people, or you can play against an AI. Okay, a quick tangent there. It is a bit silly to call this AI in the sense that we now market everything as AI. Chess has been one of the primary frontiers in software, people studying and creating complex algorithms to try and defeat human players. Alan Turing was one of the first people to publish an actual chess program to play chess in the early 1950s. I grew up playing battle chess against an old DOS computer because I really liked how the rooks were animated as they walked across the board. GoChess evolves on this idea of pairing software with really nice hardware. You can play another person in person or online, or play the computer directly, and the board lights up to show how pieces should move. Magnets in each piece tell the board what the setup is, and that's displayed on the app to verify moves being made. These are magnetic pieces, but not in the sense that they will stick to the board. Like if I really shake this around, these pieces are gonna go flying. They're magnetic in the sense that the board can recognize every different piece. You can set the app on your phone to guide your play and offer hints. You pick up a piece and lights show where that piece can move, and you can have it highlight suggested moves if you want the help. The first game I fired up was with my daughter, and I set the AI to a medium level. That was wild how often she would not follow the app's advice. If she saw something, she wanted to try instead, but she had help, and the game was a really tough one for me that I only won because she made a couple late game mistakes against the recommendation of the AI. I don't know why I'm referencing this and not just picking it up and using it as a prop. Like GoCube with Rubik's Cubes, GoChess tracks your progress, and continued play unlocks other fun activities. Win a few games and get additional puzzles to solve to keep your skills sharp. And it's a really nice set. I really like the simple and modern aesthetic. It's a good look to learn on, as each piece is very easy to see. I think people often struggle if they try to learn on like a novelty set. I had this really cute Simpsons chess set, and it was kind of impossible to see as all the pieces and characters were so busy. You would have to remember what character was which piece. The lighting on the board is customizable if you want to dim the effect. Also nice if you just don't want the distraction. That backlighting is what will determine your battery life. Particula estimates anywhere between 5 and 100 hours per charge, depending on the lighting. Another option, you could shut it all down to maximize battery life and just look at your phone screen. Or you might need to crank that brightness if you want to play outside on a bright day. The effect is subtle though. The app will make suggestions on what pieces to move and will red ring pieces that cannot move. Then you can see where those pieces can get to, and if there's a place that piece should not go. Purple rings will highlight what the app thinks is the best move to make. The AI has a wide spectrum of skill levels. The first level was not exactly a pushover. I ran a really fast game, and being an inexperienced player, I ended up getting a resignation, not a checkmate. I was actually a bit embarrassed by that. Captured all the pieces, but I could not get the king. But all of those settings are available when you fire up a game. The AI skill level, the duration of the match, etc., etc. And for my first game with my daughter, I turned on AI assistance for her, but I disabled it for me. This is kind of a pricey chessboard for some really cool tech inside. The Mini is not exactly tiny, not like my little portable folding chessboard, but I think even at the lower price for the Mini, people might be concerned about some of these remote play options. Oh, but like if I get this and then I have to buy a second one for my aunt to play her across the country? Nope. It would have been really dumb to make this like a proprietary or closed chess ecosystem. Of course, someone could play their own board and just message you their moves. Take it really low key, take it really low tech. But GoChess is also compatible with lichess.org and chess.com. Sign into your account, fire up an online game, choose between lichess or chess.com. It's going to give you a link you can send to someone else. You can set whether this is a casual game or some kind of ranked match. The GoChess app estimates your rating. Mine is very low, and you're off and playing another person. I fired this up with my buddy Andrew, Fat Produce. We used to do that book podcast together. I kind of feel this is an unfair advantage. He was playing on a web browser, I was playing on a board. It brings an immediate tactile presentation to an online game. Yes, you can totally look at a game on your screen and then move those pieces on a traditional chessboard. But there's a flow to this that's really fun when you're not looking at a phone or computer screen. I'm just playing the board directly. I'm not sort of splitting focus. Against guys like Andrew and people who really do play chess, I'm playing and losing, but I'm playing the board directly. Now, from an educational perspective, I think the physical board helps a lot more. We started Lex off with the Queen's Gambit, the Netflix games app, and she kind of tore through all of the opening levels on how to move the pieces. But the physical act of looking at the board, seeing the pieces and the options, where to attack, where to defend, literally picking up a piece and moving it. I think something changes when we mix the traditional with the technological. And that's about the only criticism I have with this setup. Playing a 9-year-old who has no discipline for picking up pieces and putting them down and wiggling them around and playing with them when it's not her turn and sliding them and then putting them back. We had one game kind of lock up on us where I think she just confused the chessboard and the app with too many redos. Now, this setup is surprisingly resilient at backtracking a move or two, but she moved a couple pieces and then set a piece down and then slid a piece over and then knocked over one of my other pieces, and then we just never got the app and the board to sync back up and keep talking to each other. But the thing was, we had a physical board to just finish the game on our own. You see, this functions in both the on and off position. The only other minor gripe, and this isn't unique to GoChess, I'm just really anxious this year about all the accessories and the toys that depend on apps. Particula has been around for a while. My Go cubes are still fun to play with. So I don't expect they'll just disappear or stop support for any of their products anytime soon. But I always appreciate when we can get direct download apps that support these products. If the app is ever pulled from Google Play, you just have kind of a basic expensive chessboard. So I hope these companies will make that software available and maybe also expand support for Windows and Mac OS and Linux. I think that kind of makes sense. Chess is one of those things we're used to seeing it on computer screens. We've been playing chess on desktops and laptops for generations now. It's really cool that this is paired with my phone. Totally wouldn't mind moving this over to my laptop. There are 3 versions of the GoChess that you can shop today: a larger modern version, a classic version, and this right here is the Mini. It's been really fun playing more chess in our home. I don't think it'll be long before Lex is beating me without the assistance of the AI. Of course, playing on a board like this and seeing some of the tricks the AI pulls off, probably gonna help her accelerate that education. So I will, of course, leave some links down below where you can find more information on the GoChess Mini, or the GoChess Full Size, or the GoChess Classic. And maybe also check out some of their other fun things too if you're like me and it took you a long time to figure out how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Particula really looking to help me out with some of my leisure activities. This is like the really fun stuff to dig into. It's a little outside of some of my normal phone and tablet reviews. I love digging into some of this stuff, like these wackier accessories and these like data connected toys. And the people who get to see the results and my reviews first are my incredible patrons. All the people on patreon.com/SomeGadgetGuy. This list of names scrolling by on your screen right now, a huge thank you from the bottom of my heart, as these are the people helping to keep the lights on in the Gadget Lab. They're basically the coolest tech pals in the universe, so I hope you'll check them out. Now, you know where you can find me around the rest of the internet, at SomeGadgetGuy. basically everywhere, but these days I'm trying to spend a bit more time on the Mastodons, a little on the Blueskis, a lot less so on the Threads and the Facebooks and the Instagrams, and definitely not on that dumpster fire site, and I will catch you all on the next review.